Alright, hello people. And here comes the game audio. Cool, okay, starting just a tiny bit earlier than usual, but I want to squeeze in a little something before our good friend Nick does his thing with RPG Maker. So, let's not waste any time. You know me, I'm Azran. There's stuff under the video, whether you're watching this live or after the fact on YouTube, whatever the case may be. If there's any problems, you let me know. Otherwise, we've been at this for 3 previous sessions, so for those of you just tuning in, we made like 25 games. We've come a long way. Our office has been souped up. I've got multiple employees under my belt. We're making some bigger budget games. We ended the last one on a failed Game Boy game in the Matilda series. For those unaware, that is supposed to be a play on Link's Awakening. Flame Shield did alright, so yeah, Music Paradise was mediocre. And most importantly, we hit the 7th game in the Rage series, which is ridiculous, but people just love it anyway. Oh, and a really old IP, Patrice. Patrice was the new IP, but we made a crossover with an old IP, the Assassin Hattie Haddington, and that one sold like gangbusters on the new Play system. That one was good. Alright, I've got Mark in person and Peter, whatever his name is, under my belt. And I think, do I want to research something right off the bat? No, we got 30 points, we can save up a bit more. Oh, I remember. Okay, sorry, it's been a few days since I played this game. Big thing I remember now is that we made a whole new engine at the end of the last one, so we gotta start making a game with that. In fact, we're gonna just start making a small game with that right off the bat. And I do have the option to pick multiple genres this time around as well. Oh, I was wrong. We didn't make 25 games. We made 27. Yeesh. Our company is 13 years, almost 14 into this business, so that's about 2 games a year. Not too bad. Right, we're not making a medium game right now because we're not using a publishing deal and we don't have 100k fans, although we are closing in on that. So right off the bat, we need to pick a topic. I haven't done medieval yet, I haven't done werewolf yet. Also haven't done technology. This time around, thanks, Nick. You'll see, that there is a lot to this game. It's becoming hard to manage, in fact. Let's start with a medieval game. This is, it could be a medieval action game, it could be a medieval strategy game, or it could be a medieval adventure, or even RPG. There's so many things that would actually work with medieval, it's crazy. I mean, Dark Souls brings to mind medieval action, but then other things bring to mind. Yeah, I'm a little torn on this, actually, but I think I'm gonna go with strategy. Although we could make it 2 different things. We could make it in... Oh, what am I thinking? We can make our first action RPG. That's a lot easier to cross over than, say, a strategy game. And the Play System 2 is out. But I tell you what, we're starting small. We're gonna keep on the Play System 1 for the time being, but our game engines thus far has been the My Savings engine, where we spent pretty much all of our money on it, the Pocket Change engine, and now the modestly priced engine was the one we made at the end of the last session. It's got a ton of features. We're gonna use them. Oh, but should this be an M-rated game? Nah, I think everyone should like this action RPG. I'm dumb. Action means mature. Alright, so these are our graphics options, sticking with 2D. And now I could start marketing and generating hype, but I will hold off, we're still a little early into this. We want simple cutscenes, we want multiplayer, and we want character progression. Woo, 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 slide that around. So now we're choosing how much of our development time goes into making the engine, the gameplay, and the stories and quests. It's an action... here's the problem now that I've decided to go multi-genre. Stories and quests are big in RPGs, but the engine and gameplay are more important for the action side. So you know what? Let's try to balance this out. So Nick, for a little more context, our company started as just me, the one person, in a garage with nothing more than a computer. Building the engine was a much more expensive option that came later on. Alright, so we're gonna equalize our efforts on this. Ooh, interview, yeah. What decisions go into making a video game? Your new game is a medieval action RPG. Can you tell us whether such a game would usually receive more focus on world design or gameplay? Honestly, because of the action elements. Well, maybe I should say I don't know. Maybe that's the correct answer this time. I'm gonna go with gameplay, though. Alright, our hype is up to 11. The interview is out, and we'll be able to read that in a moment. Let's throw in some Easter eggs, some dialogue, some better AI. AI is good for an action game. The dialogues, again, we gotta add in some RPG elements here, so we gotta put some noticeable amount into the dialogues. In the interview, as Rand said, that gameplay is of particular importance. Other people agree with this. That's good. Normative conformity right there. Alright, and then I just told them that gameplay is bigger than world design, so we are gonna lower that. But we will include some stereo sound and a day-night cycle. And I imagine this one like a little staircase. World design, then graphics, then sounds. Let's get a little more of a hype push. In fact, this is our first multi-genre game, so let's go with the small marketing campaign. And look at that hype bubble up. Oh man, oh man. Well, we gotta work out those bugs. We don't want to let hype dwindle, but we also don't want to release a broken game. Alright, we're setting new records here. World design levels up. And we're gonna release this thing. I just realized I never named this game, so the game we're releasing is gonna be called game number 28. Oh man. You know, Mondu warned me, as long as I don't forget to name things, I'll be fine. Here I am forgetting to name things. Alright, I will ask this employee to give us a game report on game number 28. Alright, game number 28 reviews came in. And we're met with an outstanding achievement. That Informed Gamer only loves it. Whereas Game Hero says it's also outstanding, but not 10 levels of outstanding. All Games says it is truly great. So our first genre crossover actually paid off quite well. Alright, Martin. Let's get in some training. So this is what Martin's stats are looking like right now. Now, we can always use more research, am I right? Speaking of research, I think that's what I'll do. Alright, there's a lot more features I can invest in, but I won't be able to use them until I build another game engine to incorporate them. And we just built a game engine very recently, so I'm going to research a new topic, which is also cheaper. And we can go with spy, romance, prison, transportation. Oh yeah, no, Martin is not allowed to slack. He's been my longest running employee besides myself. So of our 4 options, I feel like romance and spy are the better of the 2. Yeah, we've done, I think spy falls in line with a lot of the genres that we've made up to this point. We've made quite a few action games, and spy just seems to go well with that. Medieval action RPG is a great combination. Sound is important, level design is important. The play system action game is great. The play system of a mature audience is good. Alright, and now if I have Peter research, we'll soon be able to get a dystopian topic. If we so choose. For another 10 research points, we can do that. However, I'm not going to have him do that. I am instead going to check his stats. Have him train. Oh, he didn't go above 300 speed like I was hoping in the last one. Alright, I'll tell you what. You're going to take a specific speed training right now. While in the meantime, well, someone says they were playing game number 28, and they've enjoyed the experience. It deserves to be better than number 28 on the charts, that's for sure. Those of us who are not training, which is mostly just me, are going to try to do some contract work for a tiny bit of extra pay. Let's go with library software. There's my time limit. I gotta try and get all these bubbles done. Fill up that technology. Go me. Go me. Go me. Oh, game number 29 will be the best. And I got the penalty because I didn't finish the contract work. Oh well, that's the risk you take. G3 is coming up. I've been doing a medium booth every year, so may as well stick to it. Let's see if we can find a publishing deal and release a bigger game before G3 happens. So, oh, and we are even closer to 100k fans now, which is nice. Alright, so publishing deals are how you manage to finish bigger games and have them reach a larger audience when you don't have a ton of fans. The game recommends having 100k fans, you can see in the top right how many you got before you avoid publishing deals. We can try to make a space game of a minimum score of 4 for the gameplay. Any topic RPG on the gameplay. A post-apocalyptic simulation. No, thank you. That's not a good combo. I don't think that's a good combination. Or if I quickly research prison, I can make a Dreamvest prison game for a young audience. What young audience wants to play a prison game? Let's go with the any topic RPG for the game link. For some reason, the publishers really gravitate towards this portable system. Not sure why. And I could call it game number 29, however, I think we'll avoid that. Alright, so what's going to work well on a portable system and with the RPG vibe? Technology work with RPG? Maybe. Isn't that kind of what... No, Nier's an action game. Spy RPG? We could make Persona for the Game Boy. Let's instead do a space RPG. Haven't done one of those yet. Again, the modestly priced engine will help us out, and I'm going to name this one before I forget. Alright, so thinking about what else I've done, and again, when you reach 28, 29, 30 games, you start running out of cool, creative titles. Let's call this one. Alright, anyway. Galactic Raccoon. I think that. Am I spelling that right? It's 1C. Galactic Raccoon. Not adventures, but instead. God, it's hard to think of synonyms sometimes. Escapades. And for the record, that's supposed to be based on Star Fox Adventures, and I know that wasn't on the Game Boy, but who cares? 2D graphics, obvious. Alright, now when you're making a medium-sized game, you actually have to take your staff and divide up the workloads. You assign each one to a different one of these, but the percentage of their workload is cumulative, and it will carry over to the other two stages of development. You can go over 100%, but that will lessen the quality of them. So stories and quests, we're not throwing action into this. The stories and quests are much more important this time. Gameplay is still decently important, and engine, we can let that falter just a bit. Martin is our big tech guy. We want him doing things like the engine. Now, I have the highest design, but Peter is also much better at design compared to his technology. I'm gonna give him the stories and quests this time, and I will work on the gameplay. We'll see how that impacts stage 2 and 3. Now, normally I wouldn't do marketing in stage 1 of development. However, with G3 coming up fairly soon, I want to at least start the push before that. And we'll do the smallest one possible. Just put it in a magazine. Game number 28 is now off the market. It sold 265,000 units and generated $1.8 million in sales. Alright, well, while we're just watching bubbles here, never mind, I got more people to drag. Dialogues are of the utmost importance, with level design being second and AI not so much. Peter will get the AI, and sorry, I meant to do Martin because he's tech. I will take care of the dialogues. As the highest design professional here, I will take care of the dialogues while Peter gets that level design. Okie dokie. Or maybe Martin should get the level design so that we're a little more equal going into the... What's in the final phase? That's where sounds and graphics are. I think I want Martin on those graphics, so never mind. Peter is going to work on the level design. Oh, I was right. G3 was right around the corner. So this is showing us how many visitors we get at our G3 booth. We are showing off Galactic Raccoon escapades. $205,000 visitors. I think that's better than before, but I'm not honestly sure. We're still not in the top 100 booths. We need more fans. They keep saying that. Our hype is at 43. Vina has confirmed the continuation of the Dream Vast. Alright, do-do-do-do-do. Goodbye, Vina fans. Do-do-do-do-do. Right, so while we're watching these bubbles happen, I'll tell you a little more about that Nevermind again. Alright, world design is huge. Hugely important. So what happens if I put myself on that? See, now I'm at 124%, so I'm not sure if I want to do that. But it's probably better than putting Peter at 126%. But Martin can certainly get the sounds. That is within his realm of possibility, and the graphics as well. And if I up the graphics a bit, you can say that now Martin is going to be using more of his energy and Peter less of theirs. But no, I think I will get the world design. Let me try to do 120%. I would have to put sound all the way up there, though. Alright, so that's as good as I'm going to get on this particular one. See, now if I had a 4th employee, we could have spread that out better. But that also costs you more on a regular basis. Because you have to pay their salaries and all that. So we need to do one more marketing push, I'd say, and send out a demo. Now, G3 happened, we don't want hype to drop as we're just about to finish the game, and we don't have too many bugs to get rid of this time around either. Although I am noticing, compared to our last game, the design and technology are not up to our usual standard. Now, of course, in order to gain the royalties and not incur a penalty from the publisher, all we need to do is make their minimum score, which I think was a 4. And I think the reason we're not going to get a very high score is most likely because they're going to tell us RPGs don't do terribly well on this portable system. I can research advanced cutscenes if I'd like to, and here are our reviews. I want at least a 4. 5. If it's above a 4, I will take it. 5. 6. Oh, I was wrong. RPG games work well on the game link. Alright, so a solid 5 average. I'll take it. This time Martin will give us the game report, and Peter will go on training. Oh, wait, no, I did send him on training. It's good. His speed is up. I enjoy that. But now he can work on his design. Because he is my quote-unquote design specialist. Alright, the publisher says that they look forward to future business. Now, I have 106 research points, so what do I want to research? I can get even better 2D graphics, which I was very tempted by in the last session, but now that I've already built a new engine, a lot less tempting. I mean, I want to research some of this stuff because we do have 20 years to go in this game. We're to year 14, and I am going for the year 35 that the game suggests. Although you are allowed to go beyond year 35 if you're having a good time, they won't stop you. I'm a music guy. Soundtrack is important to me. Okay, now Martin's little stamina meter appeared there, so he needs a vacation. And the original play system's gonna be off the market, so we may want to invest in the play system too. Alright, Galactic Raccoon Escapades. Space RPG was a terrible idea. That was the problem. Not the game link, the space topic. Roger. Decrypt. A very special offer. You want to play war game? I hate these stupid decrypted messages. They hardly ever work out. I mean, in this game they do sometimes work out. It's not a given that they'll fail, but even still. Alright. We are really closing in on 100 fans. 100k fans, I should say. We did better with a small game. Maybe I should lay off the medium games for just a little bit until we get more of our cash back. I'd like to be around the 4 million mark again. I felt comfortable when I was there. Alright, game number 30. Game number 30, on the other hand. You know, I gotta say, well, one criticism about this game is, you know, I was plowing through it early on. Now it just kind of feels like all my progress is being grinded to a halt. You know, it is a little harder to endure up to this point of the game, I gotta say. It feels like I'm just trying to pump things out. Spy... Maybe a spy action game. See, this is what I'm talking about. I don't even know anymore. Let's buy our license for the Play System 2, since I mentioned it. Use the modestly priced engine. And this one, oh boy, this one. There we go, Spy Quarter. I completed my research on the soundtrack, which is good because we're about to start making this game. Up the engine, up the gameplay, lower the story. This is an action game. Today, Ninvento announced the Ninvento Game Sphere. It's spherical. Spherical. Man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. That brings back memories in multiple ways. Again, for some context here, if you're just joining us, this game starts you in like the 1980s. Yeah, way before even the NES was a thing. You try to get through 35 years of game development history and make a successful company. Alright, don't need so much world design. We do need plenty of graphics and sounds, though. The Play System 1 is no longer supported, which is a good thing because we're making our Play System 2 game. Alright, here we go. Yeah, see, we're getting much bigger numbers working on these smaller games. And now the Game Sphere is out. Peter, you'll get your vacation momentarily. Just hang on for another week while we iron out those last 2 bugs. Our best technology record yet. Which is good. Alright, Martin. Wrong button, Martin. Game report. And Peter vacation after we read the reviews. Spy Quarter is a great game. It's enjoyable. It's a good game. They love it. And yes, that was a Sly Cooper reference. That one's from Miss Wizard, even though she's not here. I have 117 research points. It's worth researching something else now. We have been making a good number of RPGs, so it's probably a good idea to get something along the lines of branching tree or dialogue tree. Let's go with branching story. Now we have more than 100,000 fans, and we should be able to self-publish medium games without any issues. You could try to do that before, but it was strongly recommended against. Oh my god, okay. I gotta apologize right now, guys. My tablet that I'm monitoring the stream on decided to pause the whole thing. So I didn't even see that Mondu showed up. Hey, Mondu. Rolling hats. I don't know about rolling hats, but I did make Super Moreland Riders some time ago. Yeah, now that you mention it, maybe we should make a new racing game. And in fact, well, no, it'll still be for everyone. Let's see. Racing. Simulation. This is, let's get in on the game sphere. You know how much I love Ninvento. Speaking of Marlin Riders, this is Marlin Riders. This is Marlin Riders 2 engines. And let's get going. Spy Carter says, Spy in action is great, world design is not important, play system 2 is great with action good. It sold 829,000, generating 729,000 in sales. Gameplay is big. And yeah, everything's checked off. Let's do that. Oh man, my cash is a lot lower than I'd like it to be right now, to be frank. This game better be good. But this game better be so good that we hype it up. Rumors are spreading that Nintendo's working on a new game console for the mobile market. Gee, I wonder what that is. Maybe I'll try to. Nah, I'm going with sound. That's probably what sells the racing experience more than anything. Only 9 bugs to work out. Yeah, our numbers are just not reaching the heights that they once were. But Martin leveled up. And that's why his salary goes up too. Just what I wanted to see. New research available for achievement. What do they think of Marlin Riders 2 engines? They're all over the place. It's beautiful. Well, that's good. It could have been better. No, there's really no way they could improve the formula. They achieved a great balance. Focus on AI worked well. Give me a report. And we'll research some new stuff. And in this case, we'll be researching AI companions, because why not? And I'll be training myself. I don't have enough to do boost, because I need design or tech to be 500, and they're not. So let's raise my technology design. Could the game lane advance be coming? Who knows? World design is not important. We now know about AI companions. Things are good. The TES-64 will be taken off the market, but that's okay, because we'll still have this one right in our office that we never developed any games for. G3, you're back again. Yeah, I'll stick with the medium booth. Okie dokie then. We're about halfway through things here, is what I'd say as far as time goes. I think that with another G3 coming up, year 15, we need a sequel. Not to the game we just made, though. That would be ridiculous. We could make a sequel to the spy game that we made not long ago. We could make that. Salmondo, I forgot to name this one. I think this was before you arrived. We could make game number 29 as our sequel to game number 28. What other good games did I have here? We could make Rage 8. Rage 8 could happen. This was the crossover success between a new IP and a really old IP that no one cared about. But somehow had a really big success. And we could make the third G racing game, however we just made a racing game. Who could forget our Thief RPG, Rice Heist of Mice? Nice. I love that the reviews say it's better than the name. Alright, and... Alright, so sequel potential. Yeah, sequel to a good game, so, our Cult Phenomenon. Treese vs. Hattie Haddington. It started at a 9.25. We're gonna make our sequel of that. It is a fantasy RPG. Alright, so now it is... Mondo, the thing about the Rage sequels is that they're not officially listed as sequels, because that was before I could even research sequels. So we're going with Treese vs. Hattie. This time. Hats off. But this one is a medium-sized game. It's bigger and better. It's for the PlayStation 2. No, wait. No, yeah, it's for the PlayStation 2 because for the first one was for the PlayStation 1. Hondo, you want me to pull up God of War here? Just call them all juniors, that they all had kids. I'm pretty sure that's what Okami did for its sequel. Now Mondo gets to see how bad I am at making medium-sized games. I struggled with this the first time I did it. Story quests are important, and that is on me. Engine is a little less important by comparison. But that is still Martin's game, as is the gameplay. Let's try to even that out so that it's like a 50-50 split. Yeah, there we go, 50-50 split. Heritage. Alright, dialogues and level design are the big thing. Martin, you take care of that AI, buddy. Peter can write the dialogue, and I will design the levels. Perhaps, I think so. Well, here comes G3. That'll get our hype up a bit. We last left off at 200,000 visitors. Whoop. For a second it looked like we had 290,000, which would have been really nice. We're still not in that top 100, but we've only been at it for like 5 years. I'm sure we'll get there eventually. I'll hold off on the marketing until stage 3. No one can make N64 games anymore. It's been outlawed. Not really. Alright, and finally, world design is important for this. Martin, you're on sound duty. Peter, you're on that world design duty. Hyper Maria Sisters is better. I guess that... Now, does that put me or Martin on graphics duty? Alright, however you slice it, someone's going over 100% here, and I think that it is once again going to be our Martin person. Good luck to you, Martin. Godspeed. Alright, hype push, hype push, hype push. Send out that demo. Harlem Riders 2 engine sold 89,000 units. That is a shame. And also my cash is below 1 million. Just noticed that. This big G3 sequel game has got to put me back in the market, please. Please, please, pretty please. We've got set an all-time record for design. That's at least something to get my hopes up. Oh, and me and Peter leveled up. Also, Peter costs more money. Just what I wanted to hear when I'm falling into the hole. I will make a game report. Or not. Peter will make a game report. Oh man, hats off. Reviews are in. Not... So far, it's not living up to the hype of its predecessor. Although it can still catch up if we get a 10. Can't wait for the sequel. This was the sequel. Okay, so this one... Actually, this one did 0.25 points better on the average. So I guess we did it. Alright. Man, a 9.5 average. Who would have thought? Alright, and again with our experience in RPGs, it is probably best. I mean, we could also get a new topic, but it's probably best to do something like, say, a dialogue tree. Or actually, since it's less expensive, a rich backstory. Training. My design is almost up to par for the boost, which would be good, although I don't have $1 million anymore. I'm hoping this game changes that. So, I'm actually going to do one of the cheaper training sessions, just because. We're on a budget now, guys. Oh, holy crud. This one game did very well for us. Oh, and Nick, I knew this was coming, so I kept my mouth shut, but it's not the GBA, it's the GS. Except in this game, it's the GS. Oh boy. Azran Hats with a question mark has released a sequel to Hatcheries vs. Hattie Haddington. It was met with outstanding responses. Gold. Sell 500,000 copies of a game without the help of a publisher. Ah, here comes Phony and its new portable system that totally doesn't play off of Nintendo's own portable market. Here's the game report. Gameplay is important. PS2 RPG is great. PS2 for everyone is great. A little more training would be nice. And we can afford it now. Holy crud, I have $7.6 million. I can stop being cheap. Guys, our very short period of budget spending is over. Alright, Martin found that rich backstory. Good for him. Your company has a high electrical footprint. If you would install solar panels, you could decrease your footprint and save money in the long run. We would sponsor 50% of the cost, which brings your investment to 200k. Yes, Mondu, I was just thinking that now that I'm at $10 million. Holy crud, this sequel was a good idea. And yeah, we'll install those solar panels. That's pocket change. Great, it was a wise decision. Oh my god, platinum! Oh my god. Achievements, they're a thing. I have them now. Remember what I was saying earlier about kind of stagnating on this game and losing the thrill? Well, that changed. $11 million. Alright, I have got a position to fill. So, the first time around I hired someone for technology, then for design, which is where Peter came from. So I think this time it's probably best to go for someone more balanced. Budget, we can spend up to $2 million finding people that would give us more options. I don't see the need to go that high, even though we could afford it. I'm thinking 500k, except it doesn't let me do 500k. I ran into that problem last time. Maybe 600k then. Alright, down the hatch. And we just made that back in sales. Instantly. That is great. Even if I spent $2 million, I would have just made it back in sales and then some. It said 2.1 for that week. We can hire Sandra Barber. Paul Reed. Susie Manley. Susie Manley. And Phyllis Walker. Alright, speed 277, research 142. This guy's got better research and is less expensive. She's got 318 design, 290 design. This guy's stats are pretty low and he's pretty expensive, even though he's level 3. I kinda like the look of Paul Reed. I mean, I know his stats don't match up to someone like Susie Manley. Yeah, I was leaning towards Susie too. She's just got such a high thing, and 30k per month is something we can afford now. Diversity! Oh my god. Hey, we installed solar panels. That's great. Oh, people need a vacation, apparently. Martin, you go on vacation. Susie needs the welcome training. And Peter doesn't seem to want to go on vacation. That's weird, I'm clicking on him. Boss, I think it's time we move out of the building. It's $8 million, but it would allow us to grow. Honestly, I want to say not yet. We just hired someone new. I don't think I'm going to need that many new hires or space for them at this particular time. So, yeah, not yet. He'll bring it back up after I develop another game, I know. Okay, Peter, well, you're not letting me send you on vacation. Peter. Yeah, did you finish the welcome training? You did. Well, okay, in that case, you can do me a favor and research something while I think of what to do next. But you can research for me. 2D graphics version 4 is tempting. I also haven't touched 3D graphics yet. But I don't know if I would really need to. Let's go for advanced cutscene. Martin did it. Let me send you on vacation. I mean, what is going on? Oh, I'm really close to being able to afford the boost training. I just need a couple more design points myself. I think I'll get when we develop our next game in just a moment. Okay, final results is that our game sold 1.6 million units and generated $17.8 million in sales. Man, oh man. Alright, time for a new game. And like I said, the Rage sequels are not officially listed as sequels. They are their own separate games, so I guess they're kind of like Final Fantasy in that regard. Rage 8. The last one I said Rage 7. The last Rage game was Rage Severed, because it kind of looks like 7, and I put a 7 where the V should be. This one is Rage 8. Enough already. Because that's how we feel about the franchise. But for those of you just joining us, Rage is our post-apocalyptic action game. We're developing this one for the PlayStation 2 using the modestly priced engine. Which is going to bring it down. Did I select medium-sized game? I did. Okay, good. Because now that we have 4 employees, there's no question that we should do that. Rage 8 enough already. Okie dokie. We want engine up, we want gameplay up, we want stories and quests down. Peter can handle the stories and quests, no problem. Martin is definitely taking on the engine, but not also the gameplay. That would be ridiculous. Maybe Susie could do that. You know, I have these stats in the 400s. Will save me as an ace up our sleeve for the later stages of development. Here we go. And we'll definitely market this game as well. In 2 months, the Dream Pass is off the market. Yeah, we'll interview. What is your expectation? Oh my god, I answered this wrong last time. Last time I was incredibly wrong about how this would do. Because the last time I got asked this question was for Rage 7. Which scored a 7. And so apparently I should have been modest when I tried to hype the game at that particular point, because I thought nothing can go wrong with a Rage game. I don't know, this one could be different. Maybe this one is worth hyping up. I'm tempted to go with being modest because I noticed that there's a trend going on where we're releasing a mature game in a time when the strong audience is everyone. Yeah, I'm gonna play it safe and be modest. I mean, it's not a totally safe option. But yeah, we'll do it. Alright, dialogues, get rid of them. AI, insert it. Martin, you don't necessarily need to be the one working on the AI. That can fall to me. I can stick Peter with the level designs and Susie with the dialogues. Oh, now we're almost all at 50% workload. That's great. I wonder if I can actually make that happen. If I do that, I can. 50%. 50%. Hype seems to be going up pretty naturally. Alright, final push. World design, get rid of it. Graphics, put them in. Sound, they're mildly important. And yes, this game will have a rich backstory. Hi, Miss Wizard. Alright, Martin, we don't need you doing both graphics and sound. In fact, I will take on the graphics. Maybe. No, I'll take the sound. And Martin will take the graphics. No. Susie? That's gonna put someone at over 100% no matter what, isn't it? Unless I do this. Alright, there we go. For the first time, no one is over 100%. I know that's not the end of the world, but... Still, I was modest about how this game would do for a reason. Do I want to do one last hype push? Nah, we're good. This one's good all on its own, because it's Rage. Rage 8. Green Bass is no longer supported, we get it. 30 bugs to iron out, but there are 4 of us. Rage 8 is our biggest game yet. I do get a bonus for good management. That's where the percentages actually do matter. In 2 months, the game lane is off the market. So Peter goes on vacation, and we get our reviews for Rage 8. Man, am I glad I was modest. Or maybe I should have not been modest after all, because it's one of the best. It's great. It's are you kidding me right now, game? I hope that doesn't have a too negative an impact on me. Susie, you're the new one, give me the game report. Hello, G3. I'm tempted to go to the large booth now that we're rolling in it, but I'm also planning on spending $8 million on a new office at some point. So, Mondo says large. Let's do large. Martin, shall we train you? Alright, we need you to keep being the tech guy, so keep being the tech guy with some tech training. Me, I'll do some research. I think we've earned ourselves the right to some... Well, hold on, that's 100 research points. We have 145. Yeah, let's get those 2D graphics while we still have enough points for it. And Peter's back. Peter, you want to train yourself up? Great. Do it. Market is normalized again. Rage 8. We are Azran hats with a question mark. We make all the questionable decisions. We spend half our money on a new office. We now have more space, so you can increase the team further. The new office is also close to some renowned universities, which gives us access to new talent. There, we can see each employee has their own desk now with 3 monitors. Sound is important. Play system 2 is mature is okay. Susie Man, they will have higher potential later on. Hello, Azran Hats. We've just learned that you've opened your new headquarters not too far away from the university. We're just about to start a special course. Could use your help. We cannot offer any pay, but teaching blah 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 blah. Alright, so those fall under training options, which is nice. Wow, this new office is amazing. Why don't we open up our own research and development? I forgot about this part of the game. This could speed up our research. We should have at least one design specialist. Isn't that you, Peter? Isn't that why I hired you? Aging enough already, look at that sign. Everything is just happening now. Yes, come and get raged. Not even 500,000 people with our large booth. I was worried about that. We are number 82 now. We're 82. We're 82. And what's 82 backwards? 28. And what game did I accidentally release with no title? Game 28. And you know that 8 minus 2 is 6. And half of 6 is 3. And I wanted to reach 500,000 people. That's where the half comes from. Half-Life 3 confirmed. Woo! Oh man, I'm out of breath after that. Oh my god. Woo! Man. Man, oh man. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Breathe, that's right. Breathe. Alright. I think I am just about. Thanks, Nick. Quick trip down memory lane, and then I think I'm gonna call it. Because I am driving myself insane. I'm probably gonna need a little time away from this screen to fully process what's coming up in the game. Our small company started with Headlight. It was terrible. Hattie Haddington, the assassin. Not as bad. Go Accelerate Super Ultra Turbo, bit better. Forbidden Fortress, terrible joke that ended in a terrible rating. Flame Shield Hat 776, alright. Rage Quit, our first really good game that started an outrageously long franchise. Tenacious Detention, horrible joke that ended in a horrible rating. Rage 2, Try Again, a way to pick ourselves up after that. G-Nothing, the tribute to F-Zero, was actually pretty good. Attack on Totem, one of Mondu's jokes, not bad. Rage 3 was the best Rage yet. Tale of Melinda is pretty much just as acclaimed as The Legend of Zelda. Ultramarlin Riders, not as much. Melinda the Quest for Bunko, the much more mediocre sequel. Seek and Destroy, a new IP that found moderate success. The Mystery of Mama is my Secret of Mana parody that also did okay. Rage 4 Death by Blood, a play on Bloodborne, was just as good as Rage 3. Patrice and the Hat Trick was our fantasy RPG. It worked out nicely. Rice Heist of Mice, nice, is when I started running out of names and just made things rhyme. It was okay. Rage 5, Quit While You're Ahead. G something, that followed up from G nothing. Rage 6, Screen Break, the 6 is in the place of the G, our worst rage yet. Patrice vs. Hattie Haddington, the cult classic, meets the new IP that did super well. Rage Severed is where I put in Rage 7. It got a 7. Music Paradise, my tribute to Rhythm Heaven. Flame Shield Rise from Slumber was okay. Matilda Bunko's Not Sleeping was way worse. Game number 28 is how I started the stream today, and it did surprisingly well. Galactic Raccoon Escapades, or Star Fox Adventures for the Game Boy. got a 5, which was okay, because it was a publishing deal, and that's all it needed. By Carter, that one's for you, Miss Wizard, that was Sly Cooper, got a 7.75. Northern Riders 2 engines for the game Sphere, it's spherical, was mediocre. Patrice vs. Hattie Hats Off was lucrative, to say the least. Rage 8, enough already, we just saw. Whew. Well, if that wasn't a demonstration of my ability to talk at high speeds, I don't know what is. Hopefully you enjoyed this small little stream. I know I'll be checking out Nick in just a short while. He should be automatically hosted on this channel the way I have it set. So, look forward to that. Look forward to seeing me some other time. If you missed this stream, you might catch this on YouTube. My Twitch link is in the description if you want to see me live. My YouTube link is under this video if you want to know where to go for that. All in all, I'll see some of you guys in a little bit at another stream. Have a nice night.